guys.
Hey, how are you? So here we are, back on Gypsy Dingo.
Yep.
So just to give you an update of what's happening and give you a bit of a prelude to what we're about to show. So we've decided to do a bit of a boat tour for you today, show you where we live and where everything is and how we live on the water. So
what did we do the last few weeks, man?
Yeah, well, the last sort of like 8, 9 days, 10 days, we were out obviously on anchorage and we had some issues with our new Watermaker. So, well, not new, second-hand, which I've given videos for already. So that's why we're in the marina, pulling it apart because we were unable to make water. So in there for 9 days and then I got it back in store, I put it all back in and got it working again, and now we are out on the anchor again. So just update on what's happening. So we're basically just in an anchorage off the north of Phuket.
Waiting for our stop.
Waiting for some gear to be delivered from our friends Lazada. So we've ordered a bit of gear, a bit of dive.
They did here in the boat, right?
Yeah, they deliver here and we pick it up when we go on with the dinghy and get it. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So as soon as we get our packages on board, we'll take off again. So there you go. So that's where we are over the next. So it's been a bit quiet, as I said. So hasn't been too much content, but we do have some videos. So we'll get them up for you to have a look at and
our little home.
Yeah, check our little home out, see how we live, where we live, and why we enjoy it so much. So thanks for watching.
See you.
As always, keep it up. Remember, always like and subscribe, and please share it with all your friends. Really appreciate it.
As you can see, this is our master bed. So it's quite big for both of us. Huge bed. A lot of storage to put your clothes on. Look at these little where you can sit. And my vanity area. So we also have our own little toilet here. So this is our small toilet in master bedroom. So it's tiny, but it's okay. Have things of storage there. You see, we have our own shower there. It's tiny, but it's manageable and it's okay. Easy to clean. And as you see, hello fellow kababayans, look at this. It's very new to me to use this kind of toilet. Remember, we don't have this splashy because we're living in a mono type of a boat. So we have this called this manual toilet, which you have to pump like that, so you can able to drop it and put some water in it. So it's quite new to me, but it's okay. The hallway going inside. So this is where the engine room is. So there's another storage here.
Navigation, or what is called the navigation area, so the navigation desk. The radio there does not work, so it's old. We've got a new radio that works, so we do not use this as a nav station at all. Basically, it's got a dry goods storage area underneath here, which we put our dry food in, and basically we use our storage area. So it's an extra workbench for the kitchen, basically, and that's what we use it for.
A small living room here. Our dining table slash couch, our living room as well, connected to this living room, so it's okay for us. So sometimes Christian do his online schooling there, sit there. So there's a lot of compartment underneath as well. There, and you can put all your things, the food, storage, beers. Go to my small kitchen. It's okay, accessible for everything. So I have my oven, the microwave there, kitchen. So you have to organize everything because it's tiny kitchen, but it's okay. I have 2 sinks. Okay, so it's quite accessible for everything I need. Fridge, okay, that's our fridge. Here, another freezer. There's Dave sitting there. So there is another room there, but later we're going to show it to you because someone is doing his assignment, doesn't want to be disturbed. Okay. So as you can see, this is our, what is this, honey?
This is the cockpit. So this is basically where you drive the boat from, obviously.
Yeah.
This is where all the controls are, compasses, everything's here, navigation systems a lot. But also when we're not sailing, obviously, or cruising, we call it, this is our upstairs lounge room, so to speak. So it's an extra living room. As you can see, it's pretty spacey. See your back. All the mod cons, cushions and puffs and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, basically another lounge room up here, and a non-slip deck on the ground there, on the deck. So we've got a non-skid, quite comfy on the feet actually as well. So we've added that to the boat as well. But yeah, it's basically our upstairs. Liza and I spend a lot of time up here and also out on the front, on the main deck and on the back deck. Actually, we spend a lot of time outside. You know, so it's good, get a bit of fresh air and stuff. So, but other than that, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's it. It's where our garden is. As you can see, it's where our garden is. We've got tomatoes, chilli, I think basil, and we've got our other basil plant over in the corner here, old Baz. You know Baz, you've seen Baz in a few videos before. Baz is quite a bit of a regular. But there he is, he's still kicking. And there's our garden. A few herbs and so on. Through the cockpit at the front window. And like you can see, we've got this big cover on too, so that actually helps us with a bit of shade. And you know, it's full height. So here anyway, so it's a full height cover. And we do a lot of relaxing up here. And so
we do. We watch a movie here.
Yeah, don't go too far forward. The boys and the girls have got a few surprises on the ground. So, I don't really want to see that. But yeah, we listen to music and watch movies up here. We do everything up here, really. A lot of stuff as well. So a lot of protection from the sun, which is good because it gets quite warm. And that's where we are. That's front deck.
Oh, honey.
We're on the aft deck. So this deck goes over the top of the our main bedroom downstairs, just below us, and basically this hatch slides forward, gives you a bit more deck space. Yeah, this is where we access the swim platform, the hammock, and so on. The gas bottles are stored here, the generator's stored here. It's got a cover, but haven't got it on yet. And this is how you access. You come down the grass here, and this is how you access to the back swim platform. So now I'm standing on the back swim platform, which is all part of the davit. And this is
That's our solar.
This is solar up there. So we've got 3 solar cells, all 275 watts each. You do the math, around 850 watts of solar coming in. Yeah, and obviously this acts as our life rope, as our dinghy davit as well. So the dinghy gets stowed up here, as you've seen in other videos as well. Obviously we stow it now when we sail because we don't want to lose the dinghy again.
Okay.
So that's it.
So this is the boys' toilet. Quite big for them. It's a bit bigger than us, but it's
So here we are, moving forward into the young man cave. So this is the boys, this is where they pet. They've got their storage up here for their clothes and so on, plus they've got cupboards and drawers and everything and hanging space behind me. And obviously Christian's bed's up here. He's got a nice, hatch that opens up, gives a good breeze. Really nice, comfortable room actually. And then Clyde's little bed down here's Clyde's bed down here. This is he's a workstation, so we'll get to that in another video. But you know, they've got power and they've got lights, fans. Yeah, this is their little end of the boat, and it's up forward. Of course, it's up forward. It's the V-berth end, which is not a V-berth. It's a V-berth, but it's actually a stepped V-berth. So it's not a V-berth flat. It's a stepped V-berth, so it's 2 bunks plus storage, heaps of storage, and the anchor locker is straight forward behind Liza, who's shooting the video. So there you go. So that's the old man cave, the old boy cave, I should say. And yeah, they've got their own bathroom, as you saw in the video already.
So this is it.
And
that is it. Our tiny hoop.
Yeah, this is our tiny home. 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, floating apartment. Not bad. Okay, and we're living rent free. Yeah, so here we are. We're in the marina at the moment. We've been in the marina for the last 5 days. So 6 days, or maybe longer actually, probably 8 days. So anyway, so we've had problems with the Watermaker. Watermaker's been fixed, repaired, and it's pulled it apart, found some problems with O-rings and seals and so on, and the one-way valves, which is coming off the pressure regulator. So that was the issue with that one. But this will show you, just before I go down, and show you a bit more about the Watermaker and how it's installed and so on. So I did the installation myself and so on and so forth. But anyway, I'll get to that shortly. But this is just basically what happens when you're in a marina, or even when you're out at sea. But just when you're out of the marina on anchorage somewhere. But it's not as bad as what it is when you're inside a marina. So this is the strainer from the intake that goes to the Watermaker. Okay, it's also jointly tied into the air conditioner. So obviously, since we've been in the marina, we've had the aircon on a couple of times and so on and so forth. But that's just going to show you the crap that builds up inside when you're sucking this dirty water. So it's not the best at all. So that's just the way it goes. But anyway, I'm going to clean it up, give it a scrubsy, and get it back in, get the Watermaker up and running again, and I'll give you a bit of a rundown on that later on. Anyway, take care. Speak to you soon. Yeah, so here we are in the engine room. So as you can see here, so it's a bit dark because of the light at me back, as you can see. So there's the Watermaker. She's a Snecker 80, so she's doing about 80 to 100 litres of water an hour, depending on the pressure I've got. So down on this side here, there's a filtration unit. So just have a look at that, Clyde. That's where the intake is right here. That's the basically we share the same intake as the air conditioning system. We don't run that when we're out on the hook, so to speak, on an anchorage. So it's dedicated at the moment as we're testing. So it's back in. The whole, like I said earlier, we lost the O-rings and the valves on the non-return valve on the backside of the pressure regulator, which is right here. So on the side you can't really see too well, but there's a flow meter just down in there. There's a flow meter and a gauge. So at the moment running at about 75 to 80 psi, so about 4.5 bar of pressure, of 2 high pressure pumps which are behind here, and they run through the filtration system, back into the system, through the inlet, comes in here, seawater comes in this line here, goes into the pumps, the pump then pump it through this filtration unit into the membranes. So there's an in and then there's an out. So basically what we look at here, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that water running out of there. So that's basically our fresh water. We're making water now. So that's running out, and that's obviously quite steady now, got a good flow. That stop is when the membrane changes over and it just shoots the shuttle the other way. So that's that. So the Watermaker's back in action. We're making water, so at the moment we're about 600 ppm, parts per million, which is okay. It's drinkable. You can drink up to 700, 750, you know, 800 I think is your limit, if I don't remember rightly. But I know we can get it down more. It hasn't been running for a while, so the membranes need to get a bit of flow through the membranes. And once they get a bit of flow through the membranes, we'll make some better water. So that's what we're doing now, just running it into the bilge, and then obviously once we get the right water, the right ppm, we'll then hook it back up to the system, and that'll pump back to the tank. And that's our green light to get out of the marina for a little bit, okay? So that's what we've been waiting on, the Watermaker. She's finally here and in. So the installation, as you can see, it's pretty tight in this engine room now. I've got the Watermaker in here, but it seems quite fits in quite simply, really. So all good, all fixed down. So there you go. Now, but these are your membranes, by the way. 3 membranes, which gives me the 80 to 100 litres. 80 to 100 litres per hour. So it's not bad. Not bad. It's the best we can do. It's a second-hand Watermaker, so we had problems with it. So it's fixed now. Hopefully it stays fixed. Touch wood. Touch wood. So there you go. All right, guys. No worries. There's my explanation on the Watermaker for you. See you later.